Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome to Cash Talks Football, where I break down all the VAR decisions that make them score goals. The Premier League, when they actually score goals and not given to them by the VAR. I use my over 20 plus years of coaching experience to give you an insight into football, what they're thinking, and maybe you can pick up some of it to use in your own games, whether you're a coach or a player. Today we're watching Wolves against the Newcastle, and I can't stand these green kits that are flooding in everywhere. I don't know why, they just annoy me. But here we go. We've got a cross coming in from Newcastle, obviously from the outside of the box here, whipping it into the mixer. But what I wanted to get your eye on here is that we've got a player here who somehow got behind two defenders, right? So the keeper's obviously aware of this, and he's noticing the flight of the ball because he assumes it's going to this wee chap, and there's no one to be able to challenge him, so he's coming out. Watch him as he comes out. Bosh. Yeah, you can see it. He's come out a little bit too early. He's jumped. No one's really gone with that player. Ball's a bit too high, and the keeper makes a howler of it. Makes an absolute howler of it. This is the reason why people want you to punch the ball away as a keeper. Because if you try to catch it and you make a little bit of a wrong decision, that's what happens. So what you really want to do is punch it away and then regroup. That's why they punch it away. It's for that exact scenario right there. That's what he didn't understand, because it's just too many bodies around him. And it sounds silly, two people. Yeah, but it's too many. Punch the ball away, go again. Doesn't. Scores a goal. Makes a hash of it the first time round, but gets his little goal, gets rewarded. Overall, bit messy. Yeah, it's just a messy goal. But we'll get on to the next one. Let's have a look, see what we can see. In true Crash fashion, I don't really look at the highlights properly or anything. So now I'm going to show you this a little bit better in slow motion here. You can see why he should punch it and not catch it. Right, this is where it's coming down. Buff, there we go. He looks like he's got it in both hands. But if he's extending his hand through that ball right now, bump, it's gone. It's gone. But of course, here's the other part. As a goalkeeper, he's assuming there's going to be a foul because he hasn't caught the ball. Because normally in the Premier League, if a goalkeeper doesn't catch a ball and someone has touched him, it's clearly a foul. But in this case, it doesn't seem to be that way. But let's get on to the next goal. Great ball into the box here from the corner. Look, this is just a case of who wants it more. The Wolves player wants it more. The Newcastle player just doesn't go hard enough for it. If you've ever played football and you've been in that scenario when you've just had someone just beating you just because of their desire, this is a classic example here. Keeper's off his line. For me, he's not in a good position. Nowhere near close to saving this ball. Bump. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing there, but that's a bullet header straight in. Well deserved from the corner. I do like a good goal from a corner. I don't know why. I think we should just get more of them. Yeah, but we don't. Let's get on to the next goal. Don't worry, of course the next goal is a VAR decision that's going to be completely and utterly controversial that no one really has an opinion on because it's just in slow motion and it's all rubbish. Yay, Premier League football. We promise it's not fixed. We promise. So if you're looking at this, he's going to clear the ball. He's completely and utterly got eyes on the ball. Right, as he goes to strike this ball, bump, you can see his legs going through. Is he going to follow through the player? The player's clearly touched the ball away. It looks like he's kind of stopping his leg and pulling it back, and he goes down. Look, oh, what a surprise on the highlights. They pull it away, so you can't really see because they've probably made the decision wrong. From all that's the only angle that I can get hold of without trying to dig through a billion things to find out, yeah, it was probably not a penalty. But it was because, yay, VAR. Look, what a shot he scores. Yeah, look, he kicks it in the goal. Yay, brilliant. Let's get on to the next goal. Maybe someone can score a goal without a referee involved. Maybe, just maybe. We're going to talk about this for the millionth time in the Premier League, about them playing a high line, giving everybody this acres of space to run into. So what happens? They play the ball into the acres of space. Let's see what happens next, shall we, boys and girls? Watch what happens. Oh, look, the keeper does it right, and he punches the ball away, not trying to catch it. That's why I'm adding this clip in here, guys, just so you can see the difference. Him trying not to catch the ball, but clearing the ball with a punch. That's exactly what we're supposed to be doing. That's what he should have done in the first place. Well done, young man. Let's carry on. Okay, so they've defended that perfectly. The guy's punched the ball away, and now we've got another situation. Right, let's have a look. Are we getting out quick enough? Is everyone getting back into their shape fast enough from Newcastle? Are they? No, they're kind of jogging. They're not out, they're not up, they're not pressing. They're just letting these two guys on the ball deal with it, and no one here has a state of urgency to get out of the box. On both teams, to be honest. Look, because if they had, they would have closed this pocket of space down. They haven't done that. But all of a sudden now, they're kind of back in their shape, but they're not really, because there's just one line of players here. They're letting their midfielders deal with it. Now, you've also got another sort of a bit of a problem here, in the fact that stop telling people to do a job. Either mark him and then yell somebody else is free. Don't stand there and tell someone to mark him. You get on and do it. I can't stand that in football. I just cannot stand it. Do your job. Right, now look, go mark him. Look, someone. As again, if I point out in the Premier League, if someone raises their hand, tells someone else to go and do a job, 9 times out of 10, they're about to score a goal. And they do. And I go back to that thing where I always say, when you're telling someone to do something, that's usually about 20% of your brain. So 80% of your brain now is focused on the game of football. But the more you're telling people, it could be about up to 40%. So you put about 60% of effort into actually playing the game of football. And then what happens when you're putting 60% of the effort in the game of football? You get beaten and absolutely done, and you're on the floor looking like a total twat. That's what ends up happening, because you're telling him to go and mark this player over here for no damn reason whatsoever, because he's nothing to do with the game, because the ball is here, and it doesn't matter if it goes back out here, because you'll have time to go to him. Why? Why we have time to go to him? Because the ball has to travel, and then you can travel and shut it down. So you, my friend, are a muppet. You've dived in, you've opened up this massive spot right here for this player to run through. If you hadn't told this player to go wide, he'd have been backing you up and been close enough to challenge for this ball, and he's not. Bomph, and off he goes, outpaces him through there, which is really well done, to be honest. Well, it's not really, because he's wrong side of him. It's not really well done, but I'm giving him some credit. Playing the ball through into the space, because none of the defenders are reading it. Because look at these defenders again. This line is here. He thinks he's holding the line. Look at him. He's up here thinking he's holding the line, and the line's behind him. He's clearly not. You can see by his body movement, because he steps this way to try to play them offside. You can see that when he dumps in. And of course, there's no line there, because there's no communication. And all of a sudden, boom, he's got the wrong way. Great little cutback here, to be honest. I thought he was shooting. You thought he was shooting. He's not. He's cutting the ball back, and he's getting a little goal. Well done. But honestly, though, that's just no urgency from Newcastle to get out, defend properly, and there's 2 players telling other people what to do, and the game's just gone to crap. That's what's happened. Let's get on to the next. In true Cash fashion, there is no other goal. I should be counting, but that's way above my pay grade. Counting numbers is way too difficult for me. So let's just give this wee man his little credit of cutting back in and slotting it past the keeper. Yeah, well done, fella, well done. I'll see you next time on Cash Can't Count.